Hey guys, I'm here. Was light singing for a minute, so I'm running about 1.5 minutes behind. But hey, I'm here. Coming in hot today. Coming in very hot today. Hi. All right, let's see if we can get this set up for the live. There we go. Go live. Let's get the mirroring off. If I can remember to do that. 3, 2, 1, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what we got. There we go. Okay. Woohoo. All right. Okay. Put this over here. And I think we'll do the 4 world stuff now. So it's notifying viewers. So guys, this is the part that you can skip ahead. It's 11:01 and probably people will be in here within about a minute or so. So we'll see what's going on. I've got the tarot of the 4 worlds in my hand. It's really quite beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Hey there, Blessedly. Good to see you. Hey there, Helen. Good to see you. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, Stephanie. Hi. Hi, CJ. Good to see you all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Kim. Hi. Hi. So this is what we're doing. We are doing the regular Monday morning reads. And oh, has it been a good morning for me. I have to tell you. It is feeling more and more like home here. I did some light singing. I did a little bit of light language work earlier. Journaling, just got into my groove, got into my very, very groove and was using the symbol. Oh, I might as well show you guys. I was using the symbol. It's kind of like sigils when you think of the Zebu light language. But it was for sacred place, sacred space. So I'll show you. I have it in my smaller journal, not my big cheap journal. But I'll show it to you. That way, if you guys want to use it, then you can use this also. Oh, come on. Be here. So much going on. There it is. Okay. This is it in Shikawa. It means sacred place. So there it is. If you guys want to see that one, that's what I was working on drawing today. Really presencing and really placing. And oh my gosh, it feels so good in here. I should have done that sooner. But there you have it. And I'm working on Zebu studies and getting prepared for the light language class and the Zebu class. And that's going to be, I believe, Tuesday the 14th. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do it at 11 or at 2 o'clock. I'm not sure which is going to be a little bit better. But that's what I'm thinking of. So it's been a busy, busy morning. So, hi guys. Good morning. Now we can get to the cards. Hooray, hooroo. If you've got a question, go ahead and ask, and I'll do a 3-card mini for a few reads, and then we'll get to the paid list. Yeah, and Kim is helping me keep my brain on as if every day, so let her know if you paid for a read. Jane, if I break up with Adam, will he fight for our relationship? I want to look at the 4 worlds for you, Jane. This is the wrong approach. What I'm getting, this is the wrong approach. Knight of Pentacles is prepared to make a sacrifice, to go the distance, to go the journey, to do it all. The sun and the illumination on here is about the legacy, about how you leave your mark. What I'm getting is cutting away from him is not going to gain you more because of him. It will gain you more because of you. You will have the illumination of where he stands. So I don't think that this kind of manipulation, for lack of better term, or this kind of decision is going to be what makes or breaks anything in there. You trust your higher self up in there. So I want to see anything else. No, it's just going to be seen as thievery, as battle. It's just going to be seen as what it is, which is a manipulation. If somebody can't value what they have when they have it, they certainly don't need to lose it to learn to value it. If they really, really valued it and treasured it all along, they really, really value it and treasure it all along. That old phrase and the way that is done is no. But you need to, you could be choosing to be more aware of how you feel when you're bringing yourself forward, when you're bringing yourself more fully. It just does not serve. It's like cover your ass, protect your priorities. That's what you need to do. And I think those kinds of shenanigans will serve to bite you in the ass. So I would not suggest that that is done. Okay, Carol. I am seeing a paid read for Carol on there, and Stephanie Jessup. We are into the paid list. All right, let's hit it, guys. Just 1 second. I think Stephanie's came through first. That's what I'm seeing. And it says the new boyfriend, Stephanie and Nate, and the future. And then Carol. Okay, and Carol will get yours next. So, okay. Kim. Yeah, when you pay for a read, please let Kim know. She helped me keep my head on straight. All I've seen come through for now is I saw Stephanie's come through on the Cash App, and tarots came through on the Venmo. So that's what I saw. So just so you guys know. So we're going to go to Stephanie's first. The future for you and Nate. Really interesting. I'm being drawn to the muse. This is, who's her name? Chris Ann. She did the Light Seers Tarot, and she's really done a beautiful job with this one. So we're going to go to this. We're going to get starting on the reads right away. Hopefully that's doing well. Let's see what's going on. Stephanie and Nate. I like the feel of this. I like the feel of this energy. It's like a springing forward. Like right midair in the jump. Let's see what happens. Hopefully you can see this. Put this down here. Hopefully you can see it. Okay. Let's see if I can loosen this just a little. See if that will work. I don't know if that will work or not. But okay. This is what we're seeing. Let me pull them down this way. Okay. What we've got is the Queen of Pentacles. This is representing you and the relationship right here. The Emperor crossing. The rigid structure needs to be a little bit alleviated. It's challenging when you try and put it in a box. It's challenging when you try and contain everything. It's like, you know, so often on this we see unboxings, unboxings, unboxings. Everybody's so excited to get the gift, and then when they have it, they're not sure what it is that they've actually got. Then they sometimes get into this space of critical or critique. This is like opening the box, and that excitement, that exuberance that seems to be there, seems to be what you should be carrying forward. This value of things is important. Then the Emperor, don't let things get rigid. Don't let things get stone. Don't let things get cold is what I'm getting. You have the Seven of Wands here, Seven of Inspiration, Five of Materials. This is holding your boundaries subconsciously needs to be done. This is the key to having the prized place. And then this is feeling a little bit out in the cold. There's old patternings of going and putting worth in somebody else's hand, putting worth in what is the immediate feedback loop. And we want the immediate feedback loop without going to the deeper place of understanding, which is going to be required of you in this relationship. It will come second nature to you. It will come with ease. It is something you're ready to do, but let go of the old patterning as far as value and worth in the relationship. Relationships are spaces we create happiness, we create investment. This is where we create the joy of our heart, the joy of our soul, very, very, very deeply. You're in this energy around you right now with the relationship, and this is the Six of Inspiration, Six of Wands, victory time. This is big. It feels like you worry about this because of the past. I ask you to let the past go. I ask you to let the past be gone. Be further away, further away, further away. We have the Eight of Cups here. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful one. This one, you can tell she's walking away. She's crossed 1,000,000 miles. She's crossed the desert. Been wandering quite a long time. But she's going towards what her heart longs for. And that's what she's going to have. And that's what she's going to settle for. And nothing less. Sun on this. Huge, huge happiness in the future. This bodes very, very well. Justice card is the karmic card here. And there is a little bit of conflict in the way that there is reflected. Now, this is usually conflict, strife, competition, all of that stuff. I'm wondering, and I want to look a little bit deeper at what that's about. We'll go into the second deck. Same deck, second deck. It's just a little bit smaller. I want to see what's going on for this inspiration. So this morning I was listening to Sweet Inspiration by Barbara Streisand, and it's coming through. And the Sweet Inspiration, where you lead, I will follow where you lead. That kind of thing. However, you need to follow the lead of your own heart, your own high self, not another's lead. It does not need to be in their hand, in their realm of control, in their realm of validation. Rather, it is in yours. Where you lead, your higher self, you will follow. That is what eliminates the sense of competition or conflict. That is what brings more peace to you, ultimately. High Priestess comes out as if to say, hell yeah. Absolutely. Higher self wants to lead you. Higher self wants to guide you through this. With you and Nate, this is really, really good. There's Five of Cups on here, a little bit of looking to the past. I don't want to see that continue for you. The more you look to the past, the more you look to scarcity, the more you look to not enoughness, the more you see of that. Who needs that kind of shit, right? So time to move forward, move forward. I think that things are going to go well with Nate if you will let your baggage be out of the way. You know, when we carry our baggage with us all through the airport, we get to the place and we hardly use some of the stuff we've packed. It's like, why didn't you leave some of it behind? Why do you pay for the extra bag to come with you? Why? So this is something you need to let go of. And it just is an old pattern, so you can understand and be present in this Queen of Coins energy where you know your value, know your worth. Anything else she needs to know. Ha ha ha. The Muse of Emotion and the Empress. I love it. I love it. Wow. Okay. The Muse of Emotions is coming in here. Hopefully you can see this. Now in the Muse deck, she has all the elements relabeled. The emotions is the cups, the water, right? The feelings, the spirit, the spiritual growth, and all of this joy. This is the highest of this. This is like the King of Cups. Keep calm, carry on. Even when it's up, down, up, down. This is part of the adventure, part of the ride. And then the Empress energy. This one is closest to the Empress. This is what you need to have. This Queen of Coins and this Empress energy. Allow for things to be made sacred and very deeply soulful to you. That's when the relationship blossoms and blooms. That's when you get yourself in right mind and right space, rather than worrying, will it work out? Won't it work out? Will it work out? Won't it work out? It's like to be reveled in, to be delighted in, to be enjoyed. And you're enjoying yourself all along the way. And if it doesn't continue in a way that is more joyful for you, step back a bit. It doesn't mean, oh no, he doesn't love, no. If he can keep up with your joyfulness, that's great. If he can't, somebody else can. That's for goddamn sure. But this is telling me that you are learning the High Priestess lesson. You are learning the Empress lesson. You are learning where you're competing before. No. Where you're content, where you're joyful, where you're compassionate, and really, really expanding your heart. That's where happy comes in, and that's where it stays. And that's what causes things to stick. A woman who is happy in her own self is one of the sexiest creatures on the planet, because men are always task-oriented. This is sexist. I know this is old school sexist, but it's also to do a wee bit with testosterone. They're task-oriented. Women are more nurturing of that estrogen thing. But when we nurture and take care of ourselves, oh my gosh, there is such a balance struck by this that it brings richness. It keeps us from feeling on the outside looking in. It keeps us looking into our own heart. And then others want to come and amass around us. It's a glorious energy. This Muse of Emotions. When you're in your joy, you are dynamic, magnetic, and you are drawing towards you. This is something that you focus on. Illuminate your own joy. Walk in that path. That's complete. Beautiful. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Gorgeous. I love that for you. I think that you and Nate will do well. I think you might have a little bit of a wobble with your own inner dialogue. I don't think you're going to have a wobble with him. I think you will enjoy yourself thoroughly by following what makes your heart happy. And I think he will try to keep up. That's what I've got. Holy cow, the Muse was loud today. Let me get a little bit of water. And the next one up is Carol. And then I guess we have Amber after that. So Carol, if you drop your question, then I will be ready in 1 second. And let me just look for my water. Oh, behind me. Clever, clever. Okay. That was a mini, but I got a little bit nosy. So the minis are 7 to 10 cards, right? And immediately I laid out 10, and then I wanted to get a little bit more. So on the fulls, they're usually 15 to 20. The minis are usually 7 to 10, and I know I tend to go on and on and on. So I'm trying to not necessarily count cards, who needs that, but go where it goes and be quick a little bit. If it needs more nosiness, it needs more nosiness. But yeah, that was a mini. Okay, so I'm seeing why I'm success. Is Mark seeing someone else? How does he feel about me? Is that Carol's question? That is Carol. Okay. Just a second. We've got to find your deck. Really? I'm surprised. We're going to the Shadowlands. Really, really interesting. Is Mark seeing someone else, and how does he feel about me? That's kind of a two-part question, although they're both related, and I want to look in the bigger cards first. I'm on a line of 5, so we're going to take the line of 5 first, and then we'll do above and below. Okay. I don't see huge amounts of commitment here. What I'm seeing, hopefully you guys can see this. I tried to rearrange this, and I don't know if that works so well. Hopefully you can see. All right. What I'm seeing here is the King of Swords and the Knight of Wands. This is somebody that's got a plan. They've always got a strategy. They're always thinking about lots of things. They aren't always emotionally warm. In fact, quite the opposite. They're usually cold. Logic. Then you have the Seven of Wands holding the boundary. He is formulating a plan. He's trying to figure it out. The nightmare, the anxiety, the epiphany hasn't dropped for him as far as commitment level. I don't know that he's seeing someone else, but I don't know he's as into you as you would like him to be just yet. Knight of Wands. This is one that has a restless heart, one that likes to roam. It's like the slam bam, thank you ma'am, in, out, done. They always are going for the excitement, This is like two parts of the same person. Really interesting to see this. And then the Knight of Cups. There is a little bit of that player energy. There is a little bit of that dynamic energy. No nice way to say this, but this is an old adage that my grandma would say. So take it as if it's from somebody from, the 40s. Men don't like clingy women. That's what the thing is. And whether you're clingy or not, if they perceive that, if they perceive you needing them too much, they feel pressure. And then they tend to back off anything that's kind of commitment. So if there's too much pressure, for them to be fulfillment for you, your everything, then they will back off. I think this guy is pretty romantic. I think he likes excitement. I think he likes to wander. I think he is considering his plans. I don't think he's seeing someone else. I'm not getting full-on player, lady slayer, even though I've got two cards that are quickie pie. I'm not getting quickie pie as his energy. I think he gets distracted easily. And he doesn't want drama. Again, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I think he gets distracted easily. He sees other things. He gets distracted. He's not always the most focused. He does not want the drama. This is leave the baggage behind. He does not always know where he's at. His feelings about you. I think that he finds you interesting, challenging, sometimes abrupt. Now, he's got this King of Swords over here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles coming in. You're slower, more dependable, more reliable, maybe a little bit less flash exciting. And then the Queen of Swords. She suffers no fools. She takes no bullshit. And in this one, she's a little bit mysterious. This is what I think he feels about you. This is how I think he sees you. Now, let's see what else is going on here. If this is him and this is you, in your realm-owning energy, Queen of Coins also comes in. Interesting. Then we have the Three of Swords in reverse. He's healing from a heartache from the past. Now, I don't always read cards in reverse because I have so many, but if the energy feels reverse, I'll let you know. This is the card where people say, third party, betrayal, blah, blah, blah. I think he's been used to having his heart hurt, so he doesn't invest heavily. I get this reversed. I get this very reversed. He's healing from some kind of heartache from the past. You share a child together. So, in this regard, the heartache from the past, whether this is to do with something that has the relationship or whether there was not a huge amount of commitment before the child came along, he's healing from something that is about his own worthiness from the past. That's what I'm getting. Then we get the Three of Wands, waiting for the ship to come in. It might be that he's got a little bit of the planner as far as the king goes with the King of Swords, but he's also got a touch of the dreamer, a touch of the overly romantic with the desire for new, the desire to be the hero, because I see him waiting for his ship to come in, and I see him waiting for the external. He's operating from a different space and place than might be traditional. You're prepared. You're ready to do the heavy duty. You're ready to do the work. His feelings about you lean more in towards the friendship than the romance. And I don't know that that's a bad thing. It's just where it is right now. That's the energy that's coming off the cards right now. Temperance and the Three of Pentacles. He sees the gifts you bring. He sees what you offer. He values it, but he doesn't want extra drama. He needs to have balance and calibration done for him finding his own formula. He hasn't quite got that mastered yet. Is there anything else you need to know in how to proceed with him? Okay. I'm getting, don't put all your eggs in one basket regarding this person. Keep him as a friend. Keep him as a valued ally. If things are not jiving in the romance area right now, just focus elsewhere. It does not feel like this person is going to be forever and ever the romantic one, but he may always be the good dad to your kid. He may always be the one that is the friend. Down the line, it might be a little different. He's feeling meh about the Ten of Cups situation. There's a little bit of apathy towards life and home front and the big commitment and the resources it would take. He doesn't quite feel ready for the task, and he doesn't know how to get beyond the situation he's created. He doesn't want the drama. He wants solutions. Is he capable of finding solutions for himself? Maybe barely. Is he capable of creating all the solutions for everyone involved? Not likely. Is he going to try? Yeah, I think his heart is good and I think he's going to try, but I think he's got a bit of the dreamer in him. And if people are dreamers, they aren't really great at executing the plan. This is why he's trying to create the plan, but he's challenged by his own nature. His own nature here is challenging him. And sometimes all of these things have to run a collision course. Like this is the miniature of the tower. And then the curveball comes and then the colors are shown through. Yes, yes, yes. What else do we know? As the man ages, he gets better in a crisis. As the man ages into himself, into finding himself, into discovering who he is as a man. He's still in man cub stage. I don't know how to, he's not a boy. He is a man, but he's still learning the lessons of how to be the man he wants to be. The magician. He's still learning the skill set. And he does have access to this. He is learning. He's growing. You've got to be patient with this one. Yeah. He's got the keys. He's got obviously big keys to your heart, and obviously you want him in your world. However, he's still in the acolyte and not the teacher. He is still learning how to be the man he wants to become. That's what I'm getting about this relationship. It's not a bad relationship. It's not a good or bad relationship. It is a relationship of learning, a relationship of both of you exploring, and he is definitely in student mode. This is what I'm getting. He is learning. He is learning. You know when I say put your big girl panties on and go out and go after it, that kind of thing? He's learning how to do that in his own way, in his own time. This is what I'm getting. It doesn't mean that you're off to great romance with him down the track or you're off to great romance with someone else down the track. Right now, you're just learning the footing together, and you are meant to be learning together. And if you share the child, this is where you will learn unconditional love. When you teach the child, when you show a kid things to do, whether it's their ABCs or how to drive, we're teaching them the basics. They teach us the big lessons, like how when they're driving us nuts, and kind of like, why did I do this to myself? Oh, this is so hard work. Parenting is the hard work. This is where they teach us to grow and expand. You both are getting expansion through this. This is what's coming on for you. That's what I've got, and that's complete. Holy moly. Yeah, that's a big one. That was a big question. A really good one. And this is the Shadowlands Tarot. So, all right. The next one up is Amber. And let me get some water. And then Amber, question. Oh, I'll do a quick commercial in case there's people in the room that haven't been in before. This is commercial. This is what I do. I do blind oracle reading for $20, and that's where you get the read you need. You don't ask a question. See my cards there? Sort of you see them. There's all kinds of oracle. You just get the read you need. If you want the year ahead, it's 30. 7 to 10 cards for a mini tarot reading is 30. A full is usually 15 to 20, and that's $40. If you want crystal ball, which, I've been excited about that recently. Crystal ball, bones, or a past life reading. The crystal ball and the bones, I incorporate tarot with. The past life is tarot and oracle, and tarot suddenly shifts a gear. It's like you go into 5th gear or something somehow. And then you can Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal at A Feisty Butterfly, and the E comes before the I. So there's my commercial. Okay, done with that. Amber, year ahead. You got it, honey. Where are we at? Amber, we're at Dream Within a Dream for the year ahead for you. Now, this is a very interesting one. It's a little bit of a tricky one. Dream Within a Dream for Amber. Okay. Okay, we've got April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and the 2 in the middle, and then we'll get clarification as we go. So hopefully you can see this. What we've got is the 9 of Wands and the World. The 9 of Wands is really about standing strong, holding on. It's sometimes seen as the wounded soldier. This is holding your own. Now, in this picture, there's just too damn much going on for her. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but you see her bed, you see she's plugged in. It's too much multitasking for one moment. You need to set some of it down. Focus on what it is that you want to defend. Focus on what it is you want to hold, because you're close to completing this lesson. And this is a year that you're in. Yeah. Okay. There's 7-year blocks that we go in a lot of the time, and this feels like you are in your 7. Now, some of us are still in a 6. You are in your 7, the beginning of your 7. So what you're doing is learning how to hold your own, hold what it is that's your boundaries, defend without being defensive, and grasp what it is that's singularly important to you. Devil's in the house in the rest of April. It feels like everything is going so slow. It feels like, when is it your turn? When is it your turn? When is it your turn? You're already in your turn. You're already in your turn. The Wheel of Fortune is right here, happening fast. This is changing. May, I'm getting changing energy in May. What's going on in May? What's going on in May? Go in here. Ooh, you're finding your formula. This is beautiful, beautiful energy right here. You're finding your formula. You are balancing things out. This is a card that has the infinity symbol, the lemniscate, the 8 on its side, right? And this is one like strength, or the 2 of coins. This is really, really balancing. This is big. To get these 2 major arcanas after the Devil of April, then May, you've got the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance. You're learning how to move with the wheel. You're learning to let the karmic cycle flow and help give you momentum and move through it. This is a big damn deal. 7 of Wands right here. 9 of Wands here. How are they similar? How are they different? 7 of Wands is when you've got the higher ground and you are made to defend. Sometimes on the back foot, sometimes unprepared. 9 of Wands, you've learned how to do that fucking shit. You know how to master that. You know how to defend, and you know which boundary is important to hold. This is what's going on. So May, June, July, August. July, the Tower. Ooh, my favorite. Now, you guys, there's a lot of people who don't have the Tower as their favorite. I love the Tower. I love the Tower. It's when life throws us a curveball. It's the, oh shit, oh fuck, oh dear, oh my, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Big, crazy plot twist, right? All of this goes on. But the Tower comes through, knocks it down, kablamo, and you're like, so fucked. So shockingly, alarmingly fucked. And you're like, I don't believe I just survived that. I don't know. What? After the stun is done, after this curveball hits, you kick the rebel out of the way. And in my experience, every time this Tower has hit, every damn time, there is something hugely deeper and more beautiful that comes through. Really, a whole next level, a whole next layer of beauty that comes to you that you couldn't have planned for yourself. The universe had to orchestrate. The Wheel of Fortune had to step in and be like, are we ready? Yeah, she's ready. She's getting balanced. She's getting balanced. Flip, blam. This is what's happening. June, July. There is something that's disruptive in your world in July. And I love this for you because it will be beautiful. Sometimes it's painful, sometimes uncomfortable, sometimes it's just like out of left field. Like, it's not always that you're losing your job and your house and everything burns down to the ground. No. But sometimes it is that big. The huge amount of drama, one never knows. The difference that it makes after, when you don't build on the wrong thing, because it gets knocked down, you start building something new. So much more beauty, so much more power, hugeness coming through. This is what I've got here. No, I will not. No, I will not. I want to clarify, but no, I will not. This is leading me to have you to go with the flow, to allow yourself to step with and through this. Okay. 6 of Cups. There's a little bit of nostalgia that comes in August. This is a friendship, and this feels like a friend from the past literally coming in. This is where I want clarity. A friend from the past returns in August. 4 of Wands. Synchronistic timing for both of you to dance through something. Weddings, graduations, births, all of these things. This is huge. So it's like you're getting whatever is this May energy a little bit delayed. This is August. The friend returns. September, feeling a little bit like you're grieving a loss, and need to pivot to your 2 of Cups moment. I want a little bit of clarity on that one as well. Ho, ho, ho. Deja Vu 22. Now, this deck has the Deja Vu card. Traditional tarot, no. Deja vu. This returns. Deja vu. It's like you're going through something that you've gone through in the childhood before, something that you would see. You might even have a little precognition of something. Deja vu, that's what that is. We're pre-seeing. I call it pre-deja vu. Sometimes we're seeing ahead of time. You might get this when you're in the presence of this person. You might get a little bit of a flash to the future of, okay, what this is. Deja vu doesn't mean you're avoiding a bad thing, but it's pre-déjà vu. It's like lining you up so you're more receptive. So you'll be able to pivot. So you'll be able to move forward boldly. That's what's happening in September. October, the Knight of Wands comes in. This is wham, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Reckless, like crazy bull in the china shop energy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everywhere, everywhere. Wants to go, wants to go, wants to go. Wants the huge excitement. This is October. November is the message of excitement that's going to actually call you forward. So here it's like, this one, it is like the bull in the china shop. You're like pacing, I don't even know if discontent is the right word, but you're going through. It's a lot of energy expended and spinning your wheels before release in November. The message comes in November, you're going somewhere else. November, there's going to be travel coming for you. Unexpected, delightful travel. Don't know what this is about because it feels like the horse is finally let out of the barn. The Hanged One, Page of Swords, Page of Wands. This feels like it's going to be the last half of November. It doesn't feel like it's all at all to do with Thanksgiving holidays, so don't just lump that in there. It's separate from that. It feels very separate from that. Page of Swords has seen and witnessed something. You put it together. You put the knowledge together, the wisdom together. You put all the information together. Now you really want to go and write and share this. And Page of Wands comes in again. This is the second. This is why I like to double deck. Page of Wands comes in. This is when you will go. You have reevaluated. You've seen, witnessed, observed, change your thinking on something, you go forward in November. You travel in November. This is towards the, I would say after the mid-month, after the 15th of November, and I don't think it's to do with Thanksgiving. So that's what I've got in December. We've got the 10 of Coins coming through here. Now this is gorgeous. Legacy, dynasty, breakthrough. How do you leave your mark? This is something you've been considering, big, big, big. This is also feeling like something might change in the tasks of your passion projects. Sometimes that is directly related to work and family. Other times it's just your passion project that all of a sudden becomes vast. This is what it feels like is happening here in November. There's awareness, messaging, awareness, and then 10 of Coins. Boom, bing, 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 bing. It's like slot machine going off. This is what's happening around December for you. There's some kind of rich reward coming in from this. We have the 3 of Coins coming in January. Now in January, this is where people see your value, see your skill set, see how you're working with things, and they want to hire you. There is often benefactor energy. There's money, teamwork, and unity coming together in this one. Anything else on that in January? High Priestess. You're honoring your intuition. The High Priestess is leveling up. Hugely leveling up. Now, this one is in opposition right here to this. This is great. Not in opposing as in butting heads, but as in dynamic complementary opposition of timing. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, right? So where the sun and moon is where the sun and moon is. Watch where those placements are in January. This is huge for you. The High Priestess wants to come out and you are getting a new lesson, a new leveling up, new wisdom. Cracking a book and looking again at something that maybe you've done before, but now you have more passion to do. Huge in January. February. 8 of Cups. Now this is like, wow, rejoicing fish out of water. Rejoicing about what you're going towards and moving towards. You leave something behind that left you longing. You're moving towards something really, really powerfully fast. The evidence is all around you. The cups that are empty. It's this is like the party's over. You've attended it long enough and you're not even hosting this party. You have attended this party. You've been there. You've enjoyed this period of time around these emotional influences. And now it's time to move forward, to step forward, to go forward. This is gorgeous energy for you in February. You're going towards something else where there's going to be more emotional fulfillment. And this is exciting for you. There's spiritual growth that comes hugely between January, February, and March. March, we have the Page of Coins coming in. Now this one, look at the surprise. They've taken care of it, but they're still surprised by the plant that's come. Awesome, awesome. Page of Coins is the one that I call the Batman card. Usually you see them holding the coin and like, oh, what do I do now? Oh, time to go, time to go, time to go. I want a little bit of clarity on this. March and April, let's see what happens. We're returning. A year from where we're at now. Returning. Ha! 6 of Cups comes in again. Now we had this before, this friendship energy here. We had it in August. You'll get it again through March and April. The 3 of Swords. This is sometimes heartache or betrayal. This is sometimes what you've outgrown, how you've outgrown. This is a new phase. This doesn't feel like even that big because your higher self is right here. You have High Priestess and higher self. 3 of Swords, it can be third party. It can be betrayal. It can also be letting go of a lesson that's a heartache from the past that you thought 2 rose-colored glasses about. But it feels like this friend from the past, it doesn't feel so much like a betrayal of that. It feels like a reminder of how you need to grow. This is somebody that comes in a supportive energy here. There's also this supportive energy here. I want a little more clarity on that because you have completed something and you're leveling it up. See what else? Whoa, whoa, that's too many. Okay, there it is. There it is. It's right there. It's right there. Okay, hang on. We have the King of Coins coming in like the wise old tortoise. Lived to tell the tale, lived another day, right? Then we have the Eight of Cups, which we just saw in February, where you're just springing out of the water, excited to go towards the new party, the new something new. And then here we have the Ace of Coins. Huge, huge, huge gift on the horizon when you go after it as the Batman, as the main character, not as Robin, but as Batman. You go after it. You're no longer hesitant. You see the gift. You see what you've earned. You see how far you've come. You're moving towards it, and your higher self will lead you. It's going to lead you through the pain of something that has transpired, and this feels well, well, well behind you. Not even just behind you as 1 year. How many? 4 years ago. 4 years back. 4 years back. There's a wound that maybe you carry that feels like it's been healed, but there's a little bit of a sliver. Just like if a sliver buries really deep and then finally kicks itself out. That's what I'm getting. That's what's coming through. That feels very, very complete. That's beautiful energy for you. It's going to be a little bit of work and a little bit challenging, but it is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's what I've got. Anything specifically related in the relationship in the year. The relationship, friendship energy is coming through. If you're asking about love relationship, I don't feel like it's a 2 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 2 of Cups. I feel like this is you doing deeper work on you, and particularly in the January and February coming up. Now through here in the summer, we have the Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune that was coming in earlier here. This is great. This is the weavers of fate trying to weave something and get you to move forward, to move towards something. Anything else on that? Let me get... Let's just snoop on this. I want to snoop a little bit more thoroughly in June, and I want the traditional snoop. Huge independence. It doesn't feel like love is coming towards you fast, 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 but it feels like you're sitting pretty. And you're taking this time and enjoying your solitude, enjoying exactly who you are. Then occasionally you go out and check things out. It doesn't feel like it's filled with loneliness. This woman is not lonely. She is luxuriant. This is taking the time in luxury, in the garden on her own. Totally, totally. Anything else? It's up to you how you want to see this, babe. You're going to have this time where you learn to value your solitude, like it or not. You can feel like, oh, I'm trapped, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. But that's really, it's a low vibe and aired thinking, because this is actually who you are, what you're supposed to be enjoying. So enjoy the time that you have, particularly in June on your own. It doesn't feel like it shifts until after this tower in July. So don't try and build false things. Don't try and make someone or something or some relationship what it isn't. Accept what it is. Enjoy the fuck out of it, what it is. Don't make it be like the be-all, end-all, perfect blah, 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 blah. Because that's not going to be satisfying to you. It won't. So in relationships, as far as love goes, I wouldn't see anything, and probably till after like September, October, and heading in November is where I was feeling. So that's where I would say. But in the summer, it feels like this learning about Miss Independence, learning about sitting pretty and totally enjoying everything that you bring as yourself, whole unto yourself, is a really good thing to learn, a really good thing to focus on. Rather than it's not happening. Oh, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. Nah, these swords are going to fall anyway. This was in the month of June. You're going to have huge, huge epiphany on this, but it's not going to be until probably September, October, November. More likely in that part of the year when things are going to be a little bit different. That's what I've got for you. All right, that's complete. Holy smokes, that was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this is a dream within a dream tarot. I love this one. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That one I was like instantly getting to. And it was super cool. Hey, Steph. Hey, glad you're here. Glad you're here. Okay. All right. Let me get some water and we'll check what's going on here. Kim is saying, Krista, you're ahead. Okay, Krista. Give me just 1 second. I want to clear this screen out for a minute and we'll get it. And I thought I saw Lola on there. So, if Lola was on there, I will check that in a minute, but Kim is saying Krista is next, so we'll look for that, and then I think that it said Lola. Let me see if that's right. Yeah. So Krista for the year ahead, and then Lola will get your question for a full. Krista, we're going to the Housewives Tarot for you. I love that deck. Oh, it's fun. Okay, 1 second. Now, this is non-traditional imagery in the sense that it's non-traditional tarot imagery. But you got to think vintage 50s for the Housewives Tarot, okay? All right. So, is Krista ready? Okay. I see that. Blessedly, I see that. Okay. All right. You keep on a flip. It's just too chunky. Give me a couple shuffles. It's got a little bit of chunky. The noodles are too thick and chewy is what I'm getting. So when you make egg noodles and you make them for soup or whatever, if you get too much flour in them and too much, they get too chewy. They're too thick. They won't cook as quick. They're good, but they're too thick. So something about that is coming through. Interesting. All right. You're overworking the dough. You're overworking a situation. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We're started. We got the Queen of Swords and the Tower. You know my feelings on both of those. This is the Tower is in the center. Something's coming down. We just talked about that a little bit ago. Something's coming down. But look at this Tower. It's not really very sturdy anyway. That foundation is fucking jello. It's wiggly wobbly, wiggly wobbly. You're building and doing the best you can, but eventually you're going to cut away what doesn't serve because you have to. It just doesn't serve. You can't serve jello and think that you're going to get satisfaction from that. You're just not. It's jello. It's going to be okay, nice, sweet treat, but it's not going to be hugely satisfying. What else is going on for you? May, June, July, August, September, October. Ooh, 2 in October. November, December, January, February, March, and April. April. It's got the residue of the Four of Cups, the residue of meh, refusal, not accepting something. We're going to come back to this, but I started in May and I wanted to start in May. You do have all the resources to do what you need to do, and this is when the magic is going to begin. This is something, and also there's something about, I don't know why it's coming in through here. Cinco de Mayo is coming up, and not everybody celebrates this, but this is a marker of time that Cinco de Mayo would come through May 5th, May 5th, May 5th. There's something about disruptive energy, turbulent energy, and a changing in what's going on, choosing to change, choosing to cut, choosing to do something different. This is the marker of it for you. It will feel very clear to you on that day. You will feel whatever it is you want to offer, you want to change. So if you go through that day very, very intentionally, knowing full well that you want to disrupt something instead of continue to build, it will help the tower fall easier in a way that's good for you. Like, if you're going to have a tower fall, you might as well demo it yourself, right? TNT, boom. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's the gift. That's the gift that's coming through. This is the gift of your own making, the gift of your own hands, and this is big reward coming at you. This is what's happening in May. It's okay for the rest of April to be kind of like, what am I figuring out? What am I figuring out? Okay, all right. But then May, let's get on it. June, the Knight of Swords, knows the truth and is ready to ride. Queen of Swords is right in the center. Knight of Swords, ready to travel, ready to go. A little bit reckless. Be careful in how you're going forward. And this is where you are really, really demanding huge integrity of self. Don't expect everybody else is going to be on the same page as you, all right? That's what's going on in June. Integrity of self. July, there's going to be a fading. Somebody else you're going to have to cut, let go. There's going to be a fading. I don't know that it's going to feel so much like betrayal. It might be feeling like hurt feelings in friendship. Sometimes when we have the swords coming in, and particularly when we have the page, we have harsh feelings, harsh words said, and gossiping coming up. And it feels a little bit more like that kind of influence is coming up. Be wise in who you're choosing to share these parts of you. If you have your soul that's lining up in better integrity and you're doing this, it doesn't mean everybody else is ready to level up and rise to that with you. And it doesn't mean they're wrong for not being in the same space you are. But just be wise. Keep your guard up a little bit. Don't be reckless. Okay? So we've got June, July, August. Nine of Swords. This is the miniature of this. The mini of the tower. The epiphany. The bolt out of the blue. Disrupted sleep. You're going to be, what is the word for that? There's a certain word. where you're rehashing in your mind, rehashing in your mind. You're not spinning your wheel and getting anywhere. It's like the hamster on the wheel. It's just spinning, 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 spinning. You're going to be stuck in something that feels like an argument that has happened in the month of July, and like you're going to be rehashing it in a way that doesn't serve, and it's not quite obsessive, but you feel like compelled to rehash. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? You did nothing wrong. You're just doing it differently for yourself to be in more integrity. And you are learning balance. And so are they learning on their own path, their own lessons. So the sooner you can get out of, I need to make it right, I need to have closure, just let it fucking be. Let it be, let it go, let it be. That's what you can do. Then temperance comes. Then you get the rest. When you remember this lesson of just let it be, let it go, let it be, let it go. Let it go. This is what's happening. There is a rebalancing, a recalibration, and the temperance for you to find your own formula comes at a cost. It's not going to be so dear that you can't stand it, but it comes at a little bit of a price. When you level up your integrity and you move forward in a different way, not everyone keeps up. That's okay. That's all right. Page of Pentacles coming in September. Now look at this. It's like, I want to help. I want to be here. I want to help. This one is excited to help and be there, but sometimes crashes through things like this one does. This is the page, a little bit hesitant. I want to help. I want to be there. I want to do things. Usually holding the gift, not being the Batman, trying to play Robin. Understand this. When I say you are the Batman, I mean you are the lead character in your life. Happiness is the inside job, and you are on the job. That is your task. That is your purpose. That is a whole shoot match for you. It's not somebody else's job to bring the happiness in for you. It is your job to do, to take forward, to move forward towards what brings you joy, not to create it for everybody else and their damn dogs. You are to be the Batman. This leading character thing, even if this kid clears out the whole China hutch and clears the shelves, I don't know, for race cars or Legos or who the fuck cares. He's creating space for something in this card, creating space for something new. And it's important to him, and he's got huge energy about doing it. And it is the time to do it. That is the September month for you. Any clarification on this? The fruits of labor are starting. Your garden has been watered a little bit beforehand, and it's going to get watered even a little bit more. Fruits of labor. You are doing a little bit of autumn, spring cleaning. That's what's going on. Spring cleaning and fall. This is what's going on. Seven of Pentacles. The fruits of labor, the work that you've done prior to this, is starting to show reward. It's like the crops are starting to come up. Now, October, Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Big time energy. The work, the work, the work. You're still doing it. It's becoming second nature. Whether you're working on journaling, whether you're working on spiritual gifts and meditation, whatever it is that you're adding in, not have to do, but adding in, is going to bring you joy to the degree that it becomes second nature to you. This is huge. The work is something you get lost in creating and doing and having a good time doing. The Two of Cups, it's a perfect partnering in work, perfect pairing in work. Sometimes this comes in with love relationship. This feels like a perfect match for your work, a readiness for your work. Sometimes this is kindred spirits. Sometimes this is new people that are soul tribe, soul family, but we don't know them. We've never met them before, but this is feeling like when it comes in. Six of Pentacles coming up. Now this is universe trying to give you a gift. Devil's Delight. That one is a happy kid. He can choose whatever he wants. Pineapple upside down cake. Fabulous, fabulous treats. Sweets and treats and Devil's Delight. We've got September, October, November. This is when all the treats are coming in. Feels like for you, this Thanksgiving is going to be like you'll have a gratitude list bajillion miles long. This is difficult through here, and so grateful for it here. Okay. Then we have December coming in with the King of Cups. Keep calm and carry on. The emotional up, down, up, down, up, down. You have detached from the drama. You've detached from needing to control outcomes, and you're letting it be. Let it go. And you are able to flow now. You are able to ride the waves like the big kahuna. January. What's coming up in January? We have the Five of Wands, a lot going on. Okay. And they show like the piñata party with the bee's nest, the hornet's nest piñata party. They show it like this. All these tasks. This needs your attention. This needs your attention. This needs your attention. This needs your attention. Focus up. Not everything needs to be solved by you. This is an old pattern that you don't want to go towards, okay? Focus up. There will be things that need to be solved. A lot of competing energies. Choose what it is that you want to stick to and move forward with. It's going to be to do with this. Look, we've got this again here. So we've got this starting in October and reminded again in January. February, the Lover's card, the choice, following the passion of the heart or following the passion of the ambition and the passion of purpose. This is the choice that is here before you. There's going to be things that you love. Your life path is what your life path is to be. You won't miss out on it. You just need to make choices that hold the integrity for yourself strongly, strongly, strongly. What else can we know about this? Release from duty is what I'm getting. The obligation and the duty that overrides things. The Magician returns here, just like it did here when you had that gift. The Eight of Swords is stuck and hemmed in and penned in. And then all of this. And I'm getting release from duty. There's something that you've had a little bit of heavy obligation that it changes. It changes there. You're able to understand how you have made magic, how you can manifest, how you can move forward and do it a little bit differently. This is huge, and I'm getting released from duty. Now, the Six of Wands, this is a beautiful, beautiful card. If you look closely, I call it the Lucy and Ethel card. It's not really Lucy and Ethel, but you can kind of see in the window there, they're looking in, and all the objects that used to be chores that she was doing are now doing themselves. They're all handling themselves. It's like getting the Roomba that does the vacuum sweeping, the robot sweeper. I think that's what it's called. I don't have one. One of my sisters does, but it just vacuums the floor, vacuums the tile, right? It's like getting the automated stuff released from the duty and the obligation. You've done a smarter way now. This is what's coming in February. The Magician has returned to make magic and new tricks happen. Now, March, we've got the Six of Swords, leaving the old baggage behind. And it's a careful walk. It's a very careful walk in this one. What's going on with this? March into April. Because this is what we got. We're returning to this Four of Cups where you're feeling a little bit meh. A little bit, yeah. And this one, she's literally refusing the cup. Refusing to be lost in the cups. There's something that completes. You leave the baggage behind. Finally. It's like on your way to your big trip, to your big journey again. Now, this is something new, some kind of travel coming in. Between March and April of next year, you're going to be preparing for travel. The world is your oyster, the world opening up, all the different places that you dream of. This is like, you know, when we create vision boards or when we want to manifest something, or, you know, people used to go to the travel agent and get travel brochures and dream about that. This is what you're doing. You're saving up little scraps of information all through the year, little pieces and pictures. I'm telling you, this is what's going on. And this is something that is important to you. You're getting clues, whether you're Pinteresting them or whatever. You're getting clues about what you want to manifest and where you want to move towards so you can leave the baggage behind. You will have been free of obligation in the end of February going into March. You're walking into something new. And it's peaceful waters. And it's good peaceful waters. And it's like a graduation time. You graduate from people trying to even bring you this nonsense. You like know what you know and know what you need, and that's what you go towards. Absolutely. This is kind of a little bit harsh, but this is, yeah, you've dealt with it. You've dealt with it. The justice has come in. The karmic lesson is there. And what you reap, you sow. What you sow, you reap. And this has been very, very much made clear all through all this time proceeding. That's what I've got. That feels complete. That's gorgeous energy. Huge, huge, huge. I love that for you. Totally love that. Yeah. That can be a little old school. So you'll know, but justice is coming in, like whether you're getting spanking in or you're the one doing the spanking. I don't know. It feels to me like you've got beyond that. You're the one that's laying out the consequences of this is what I'm doing. Here's the consequence. That's what it feels like is going on, because you've chosen a different road right here. That's what I got. Oh, good. Glad it wasn't too harsh. It is very, very vintage, and it's a really cute deck. It's a fun deck to have, and it reads really, really beautifully and interestingly. So it's fun to see some of these, sometimes the outdated thinking on some of the residue that still comes through and the way they've connected it with tarot. So Housewives Tarot. So some people call it, I sometimes do call it Kitchen Table Tarot, but I think it's actually called the Housewives Tarot. Let me get some water and we'll go to the next one. Next. Okay. I thought we had Lola's coming in next. Is that right? So I think that's right. Let's see. Thank you for the roses, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So is Lola in the house? Okay. We have a Krista and a Kristen. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So, Kim, do we have a year ahead for Kristen? Is that right? That might be right. Yes. Yes. Thank you. All right. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. Okay. Where are we going to go with this one? We're going to Hanson Roberts. This is one of my most favorite decks. My friend Laura absolutely loves this deck. I took the borders off, and you can't get it any bigger than this. I wish you could. But it is a beautiful, beautiful one. Its title card says To All Believers, and I don't know if I left it in either of these decks. I don't know. Sometimes I'll leave a title card in, sometimes not. But really, really beautiful. What do we got coming in here? There's something about the intricacy of Celtic knotting on this, the intricacy of the year. There's going to be much work and weaving coming in for you. That's what's coming in. Let's see what's going on. Getting the Wheel of Fortune, getting the weavers, getting the three fates weaving, 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 and intricacy in getting this wheel to turn. Many, many choices. Don't procrastinate. You're going to have to do a little bit of each. Usually this is make a choice, don't be lost with pie in the sky thinking. But you do need to have a little bit of pie in the sky. You do need to have a little bit of this. There's substance to what you're weaving. There's a surprising cup that comes through with the Page of Cups for you. There's new artistic and creativity. There's a way to balance it. It feels as though 4 of these cups are relevant to you. And I don't know that I've ever told anyone that. But that's what it feels like is going on. Now let's see what's going on here. We've got April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, hopefully you can see this. April, May, June. This is a little bit of lost in the nostalgia of the past. That I can caution you on. The rose-colored glasses don't serve. They just don't serve. The rose-colored glasses just leave you longing for something that isn't. We cannot go back. We can't go back in time. Being present in the now is the biggest gift we could give ourselves or any of our families. It doesn't mean that the sweetness of the past needs to be forgotten. It just needs to not stop us from moving forward. It needs to not block us. Whatever laid the good foundation, whatever was taught to you in the good foundation of the past, be it this past year or be it in your childhood, whatever it was that was in the past that laid the good foundation, it did the job. It did what it was meant to do. Now you must go forward. There's intricacies to the way you weave. There's intricacies to the way you do things, the way you tie knots. It's like there's all kinds of embroidery references coming through, and I don't know embroidery well. I know fishermen tie knots. I know embroiderers tie certain kinds of knots, do certain kinds of stitches. This is what it is. You are meant to make all these flourishes on your life really stand out in the way that makes sense to you. This is your skill, the way you put the flourishes on your life. The foundation was set. It's not meant to override anything else that is creatively distinct that you want to do. In fact, you are to create more and more and more. It's a huge time of creativity this whole year. Huge creative boom going on for you. Page of Pentacles. This is the Batman card, you guys. That card has been like coming up, coming up, coming up. When you have the gift, offer and share the gift. It helps lift others. When you have the gift, don't just wait for somebody else to give you permission. It's time for you to share the offering. It's the knower of the stone soup. It's what I was writing earlier today. Okay, the knower of the stone soup. When the whole village needs to eat, it takes one person to know that they need to make stone soup. She knows the recipe. She knows everybody has something to offer. Everybody has something to contribute. And by the time everybody gets together and does contribute, it helps lift and there's enough for all, right? It's the knower of the stone soup. You know the recipe of stone soup. You know how to do the offering. You know how to embellish. You know how to tweak. You know how to adjust. You know how to do this, the detail work, the details that are subtle. You know how to attend to those. This is what I'm getting in May. June, higher self coming in. Big time, big time. This is not only are you hearing the call, it's blaringly loud. It's like the Imperial Margarine tune. Dun, 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 That's coming in really, really loud. It's that loud. You're going to hear horns. Like literally, you will hear horns. I don't know if you're going to hear imperial margarine, but you're going to hear horns and they will draw your attention. Also, I'm getting pay attention when you drive in traffic to when you hear horns. Look for those spaces, those driveway, those places. Don't just be annoyed by the traffic, but look like where they come from. There will be something in the messaging. I don't know if it's a shop sign or what. I don't know, but it will be distinct to you. This feels like this is significant. It will remind you to be in with your higher self, to pay attention to those subtle signs and synchronicities. I don't know why for you it's horns. It's crazy. That's what it is. Okay. All right. All right. That's what it is. June, July. Victory. Huge victory. There's signs and synchronicities all around. Also, you are doing something that is the work of grafting coming in. When people garden and they graft and they make hybrid types of crops or trees, there's something to that for you. I don't know what that's about, but there's victory in this. Victory in recognizing the sign and then grafting something in, adding something in. To me, it's weaving something in. To others, it's grafting something in. Adding it to and accepting the offering. You offer up, another offering is being given to you in July, and you accept this offering and it becomes part of what's going forward. Sometimes this can be new family, new friends, new relationship. It feels very much in the vein of new family. I don't know why. Let's be a little bit snoopy on this. Why am I getting this? Grafting and holding your boundaries. Grafting and holding your boundaries. What's coming in? Three of Wands. Expansion. Your ship's coming in. You've left the rough waters for smooth now. You're getting more peace. Someone new is coming into the family is what I'm getting. Usually I would see this like birth of a baby with the Empress, or sometimes the Four of Wands would come in. But the ship coming in, there's somebody coming in. This is new. This could be just even somebody's coming in that could be like one of the relatives getting married, blah, 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 that kind of thing. Somebody new is coming into the scene. The ship is coming in. They're coming into family. Somebody new is coming in. Anything else? Ooh, now this one might be a little bit prickly and difficult. This feels like a female is entering the scene. She's the Queen of Swords, gets the bum rap as the bitch, right? But she's right about things a lot of the times. Make an effort to welcome the Queen of Swords. Be she family, be she friend, whatever. Welcome the Queen of Swords. There's wisdom there. And it's coming in. She's on delayed time frame. She should have crossed her path sooner. And for whatever reason, there was a delay. Doesn't mean you did wrong or she did wrong. It just means there was a delay. Maybe somebody had to take a divine detour before they could get there. So this is what I'm getting. June, July, August. Seven of Rods, hold your boundary. September, Five of Cups, a grieving over a loss. Now this is sometimes sorrow, deep, deep sorrow and a loss. Sometimes it is grieving over a loved one. Sometimes you could have just as much grief over a lost pet, right? But this is grieving over a loss that is having a little bit of trouble letting go of. I'm getting a reminder, a reminiscence of somebody. Okay. Lucy, help me on this one. Okay, we're having a little bit of an interruption from Lucy on this one. The silver-haired grandmother had the knowledge, had the wisdom. She was tough. Tough old bird, tough old broad, silver-haired grandmother had the knowledge, had the wisdom. It's dispersed and filtered through others that are around you. Don't grieve the loss of whatever it is that you thought was only contained within one person, within the silver-haired grandmother. There are plenty young and new coming in, fresh from the battle, fresh from wisdom's fight, that bring and teach. Don't be surprised if coming through is the silver-haired grandmother in the form of youth. It feels like somebody with an old soul is coming through that has some of the same wisdom that you would associate with the old cranky, crotchety grandmother, the silver-haired grandmother. Yes, is that right? Yes, that's what I'm getting. That's what's coming in September. I don't know what's up with that, but that's what's coming in. October. This is about love and loss and moving on and pursuing your dreams anyway. This is the Queen of Cups and emotions. So compassionate. Kisses all the boo-boos better. In October, you have gotten past the grieving stage of this. Past the lost opportunity for lesson and into something new where there's hope again coming forward in October. Now, November, you're going to be in your head. Crazy, crazy. November in your head. Anxiety, stress, not sleeping, still restless, still trying to figure out all the answers at once. Lucy wants to help with this. Usually I would go to the Hanson Roberts to clarify, but Lucy is stepping in. This is not a time for mourning, sorrow, or loss, or trying to figure out all the closure, all the decisions, all the endings. Get off the hamster wheel. Get off the wheel, get off the wheel. Get the rest, chin up. Get the rest, chin up. It's as if she wants to take this girl and help dry her tears and have her have chin up. There's something in this holiday season that will be a little bit rough going for you. It will be okay. There's comforting, chin up. Don't lose faith, don't lose hope. Holidays are not always easy for one, but chin up. Have hope, have faith. Hold on. Okay, Clairaudience is dropping Wilson Phillips or whoever it was with the hold on for one more day. It's an old one. But this is, that's the energy of November. It's like, hold on, it's going to be okay. Keep the faith. Yeah, Lucy says, I've got it. That's good. Okay. In December, Six of Pentacles, the universe wants to give to you. Gifts, gifts, gifts everywhere. Big gifts, small gifts, everywhere. The universe is giving to you in December. Now we can go back into the cards. December into January, what are we seeing? Seven of Rods, very interesting. We're going into January and we're seeing again this August and January confluence going on. December into January, Seven of Rods. Where you held the boundary for, where you stood strong for self is honored, is received, is understood. And in January, Temperance comes through. In January, this flow is here. It's totally here. It's felt the formula that you were trying to create, struggling to get just right. Poof, is there. There's a peaceful and protected energy around you now. And rather than having anxiety and stress and worry, there's a peaceful, protected energy. You are settling with something when you couldn't settle with it before, when you couldn't let it just be. You are accepting of this and feeling this protection, feeling this closeness, this close connection, feeling the surprise that comes in. Now in February, there's a death and transformation. There's death and rebirth here. This is when the caterpillar becomes the butterfly. I saw something yesterday and they were talking about, how sometimes we like to struggle and we worry about the caterpillar struggling out of the cocoon. Do we really think the caterpillar is struggling out of the cocoon? Or is it just so excited to get going? How are we framing things? This is a rebirth and a transformative energy where one thing has ended, the transformation goes to the other. It may not need to be a struggle at all. It may just be excitement. Let that carry you forward. This is in February. In March, we have the Empress coming up. Big, big, big. This new mother energy. It feels very strongly, and the mother word feels like the correct word. Now, when the Empress comes up, if she came up for me, I would not be having a baby at this age. No. But I might be having a new project that is my baby. You will know what applies to you best. But this is a mother energy, a new baby, a new project, new rejuvenative life that helps you honor the Empress within you. This is what's coming forward. It's coming forward in counterbalance to whatever it is you lost and grieved here. It's coming forward to counterbalance these things. What else is going on with this Empress energy in March? The perspective change about something and the compassionate gift brought by the King of Cups. This is huge. He's bringing the gift of detachment and also love at the same time. Understanding what needs to be done and taking care of what needs to be handled and ruling and reigning supreme as the Empress in your proper station after having grieved or let go of something that was old, that was difficult to let go of. Now you're back to April with Six of Cups. Is there anything else she needs to know about from now to April and back again? Yeah, there is a bounce. There is a bounce. Love it. These are harsh cards. And now to April and back again, it's going to feel like a rough bounce. Why do I say that? Because something is over. Something is done and ended, and it has been painful. To next April, the tower that needs to fall. Big, big, big. Now, this is the miniature of the death. It's ended, right? And we saw that ending in February. So something that is beginning, it's ending now. The confusion, the The mucky muck confusion that can get you doesn't need to be there. But you do need to take 4 of those cups and really get them more grounded. The Tower. What you build and what gets struck by lightning falls again. And there's clarity, absolute clarity on where you need to go. What doesn't satisfy you anymore and what you're going towards. Clarity. This mini hermit here. This is huge. This is going for this energy where the dark night of the soul reveals itself finally unto you. What else is going on with that? Knight of Rods. Really, really ready to be passionately excited and in pursuit of that passion. This is what's coming in March. Now, this is a tricky and challenging one. Your higher self comes in with blaring horns in June. And by the time you're in March, there's this whole new thing going on. This is where you're taking it a little at a time, a little at a time, a little at a time. Something you built giving way to something better. There's a card of liberation. Don't feel stuck in what might bog you down a little bit. Just step back a bit. You're learning the gift of the king of detachment here, the king of compassion, who says, okay, yeah, there's a lot of problems that need worked out. There's things we need to solve. Okay, great. And he doesn't get so calculating and cold as the King of Swords. He's like, okay, let's take a breath. What do we want to dig into? That's what it feels like is coming through in that energy. That's what it's feeling like it's coming through by next April. That's complete. So yeah. The silver-haired lady, I don't know who she is, how she is, but let us know. You might not know for a while yet. But yeah, that's what I've got. That's what I've got. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Sometimes you come into, yes, okay. Sometimes you come into relation with others. Lucy's coming through and she's saying that sometimes you will meet someone who you meet just for a brief moment in time. You might meet them at what is feeling like a delay for you, but it's divine time for them. And they may be even, the silver-haired lady may be 20 years older than you. She may be further down the track than you. You may know her briefly. This is those kinds of encounters, those very special, delightful encounters. And you think, oh gosh, I really wish I would have met her sooner. No, the contract is fulfilled and it's doing what it's meant to do. You are doing what you are meant to do. Stay the course, stay the path. Stay the beautiful path. It is elegantly lit. Elegantly lit for you to walk on. That's what I've got. Wow. Yeah. Okay, let me get some water. Oh, that one's out. Let me get what's in here from yesterday. Okay, so next is Lola for Lola's question. So that's what we got coming up next. So I'm looking at the live going through, but Lola, if you post your question, and I will look, I didn't see it with your payment. It didn't come through that way. Some of the pay apps will let the question come through. Some of them not, but if you just repost it, that's great. If you just want the general or whatever it is, I just have for a full. So if you let me know whatever it is. Hey, Edie, how you doing? Hey, Esoteric Designs. How you doing? Okay. Amazing, Angie. Great to see you. Hey, Lewis. Hey. Okay. So does Lola have a specific question that she's going? Or are we just going to go in full? We'll give her just a second to be typing. Lola, are you here? She may have stepped out. Okay. So maybe we'll do a collective and then come back to Lola's. So I think that might be what we need to do. So let's take a minute and see. Okay. I'm going to put a circle on that. We're going to go to the collective, I think is what we'll do. Okay. Lucy's in the house today. We're going to the cards that are very, very Lucy to me. Let's see what she's got for the collective today. Okay, we're going into the little journal. She wants me to share with you a little bit about what has happened with the stone soup thing that I referenced before, but I'll break out the journal. Hang on. This is my smaller journal. She wants this broke out first, and then we'll go into the rest. So, okay, this is where we're going. Okay. So sacred place is what I showed you guys earlier, right? You can see my scribbles right here. This is what it is. And on the back of here, funny enough, it says suit up. Okay, so the one who creates stone soup, the holder of the sacred is all. The knower of this may only be one, reminding through remembrance of connection to grace, to the divine, to the sacred within, the self. Stands and stays in the knowing, moving with the energy forward, up and through, grounding self, grounded firmly in being I am, and rooting in this energy, anchoring into the beingness and the presentness. Connect with soul, link into the divinity, anchor self. The one who creates stone soup knows that all have gifts to offer. This is the secret of the recipe. This is what's going on. This is what's going on with the stone soup. And this is what's making the sacred place, is we are the ones that hold sacred place just by our very being, just by our essence. We've come forth on this planet to be here in this now moment. So we need to really be present here in this now moment. We really need to allow ourselves to be present here, not to be fearful, not to be caught up with anxiety or stress or the idiocracy of perfection. No, but to be as we are, perfectly as we are now. That's what we've got coming up. Now let's see what's going on here. Lola, when you're in the house, let us know. And if not, Lola is a regular and we'll put her on the list and do it forward. I think on Wednesday will be the next time I'm on. But we're going to go into the collective regarding this message about the stone soup and Lucy. We're going with the cards that I associate with her. It's not the meat in the soup that brings the marrow to the bone. It's the warmth in the soup and the warmth in the community that brings the marrow to the bones, that brings the health to the bones, that brings the healing back. When you're offering up, you are literally allowing healing to flow through you to others. You are healing parts of yourself down to the marrow of the bones. It's bone deep. It's that deep. It is that known. It's not the meat in the stone soup that makes the soup so nutritious. It's the warmth of the community offering and adding that brings nourishment to all. Okay, what do we got here? An offering, of course. Okay. So what we're getting here, let me see if I can show you guys this beautiful work. We're getting the Page of Coins, the King of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. What I'm getting is the ask to offer up to help others so they can set their burden down, so they don't have to carry the lonely or the hurt or the pain or the stuckness. So they are remembered, so they are seen, so they are not forgotten, so they're not stuck in this Five of Pentacles energy. We must be offering up. We must be willing to step in as lead character, to step out of our comfort zone, to go and offer up, to offer up the kindness, to interact again with our fellow beings, to offer up compassion. This is what we are being asked to do. There has been enough isolation and outcastness going on. There's been enough separation going on. There's many that are carrying the heavy, heavy burden that they won't ever speak to. So they just feel stuck and they feel forgotten. Today is the day to see the invisible. Not just the invisible people. Can anybody hear her? Lost and Lonely People, The Shadows of the Steeple. I don't know what that is from. My friend Sarah would know. It's about seeing our fellow man. It's about getting out there, and even if we don't need to go shopping or go do something, it doesn't hurt us to go out and be among others so that we can lift and be there. It might be something that we don't know that we're doing, just in being and participating again. We need to go and make ourselves visible so we can see the invisible. We need to make ourselves known and our presence more approachable. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in a butterfly format, really, really raising out there, finally having the air and the inspiration under the wings. We have the Queen of Wands. We know we love the Queen of Wands. Usually the people approach her. This is the day for the Queen of Wands to get off her ass, out of her throne, and go do something that helps inspire others, to bring the inspiration. When she shows up at the party, she is the party. The Wheel of Fortune is here asking us to help turn this, help push this, help move this forward just a wee bit. You don't have to light the world on fire to be a light in the world, to lift up a pillar of light, to send up a pillar of light and have that presence, have that anchored, and help anchor in more that are like unto it. This is what we should be doing today. This is what the collective needs to know and needs to carry forward, needs to do. Bring that light forward. And it's not the time to just stay hermited out. As much as my Virgo self loves to hermit, it's get off your ass, get out of your house, and go help lift somebody else. Whether you are giving a compliment, whether you are holding a door for an older person that forgets that anybody can even see them anymore. Look for the invisible and go do the random act of kindness for someone who maybe has been forgotten, maybe has been pushed to the side. This is something that we can do that lifts. This adds to the collective energy, the collective fire, the collective light. That isn't the fire that burns everything down, but is the inner fire of light. It adds, it helps lift the planet. This is something that must be done. This is something that we have contracted to do in these moments, in days like these, where we go and we lift. Instead of focusing on all the cuckoo, we go remind the world that it is full of good people that want to love each other, that want to share, and that are there to lift rather than to judge. That's complete. Wow. That's what we've got. That's what we've got for the collective. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's complete. Wow, kazow. Okay. Is this, yeah, this may well be something that Nell talked about last session. It's like coming over and over and over, and it's coming in through multiple sources. So you might hear me say this. You might hear other people you follow saying something similar. It is very much time to not just break free, but break loose the light. Reveal the light. Offer up the light. And this is something that we are being asked to share. So share the divinity that is in you. And don't be hesitant about it. Remember when you, remind me, Chad, remind me, because my head goes in so many different directions. Remind me what it was that you asked the second question. Was this when you asked the question about what she thought was the hardest thing that she had seen? Was that what you're referencing? I'm not sure if that's what you're referencing. Yeah. This is how we help solve this. It doesn't surprise me. Okay. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to go back or to get into space and place correctly, but that's okay. All right. Okay. Nell's hopping off a rock. Just a minute. Feels like it aligns with Beltane energy. She's hopping off of a rock. Nell is this little fairy sprite type of energy. She's hopping off of a rock and she's picking like what looks like little dandelion fluffs and blowing, and then stepping forward, rounding the circle, picking another and blowing. What are you doing now? This is how you make the wish come true. This is how you make the wish come true. You make this step, you blow the wish, go, do. Nell. She's not talking to me right now. She's trying to demonstrate, and she's stomping around her rock, like very intentional walking, stomping around the rock, plucking up the dandelion, and then she looks at me really stern, and then stomps and does it again. And this is how you make your wish come true. That's what... She's sitting down. Legs are like... And then she's tired. And she says, and then you rest. She's gone around that rock probably 5 times. She's saying, even fairies... No. She's saying... even fairies need to rest. We do. Okay. She's cracking me up. Nell's coming through and she's sitting there like kicking her feet, saying even fairies need to rest. So when you've done this work of trying to manifest and hold the intention and all this work, you also have to rest and like wiggle your toes. Wiggle your toes and rest as well. Okay. All right. And she's kind of got a little bit of the sassiness, like this going on. She was stomping. She hopped off a rock, goes, stomps, She hops off a rock, gets a dandelion, blows, and then stomps and goes around the rock, goes and grabs another dandelion, blows, stomp, 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 stomp. I'm not doing it again. She doesn't want to do it again. She's tired. She worked really fast to get that stomping. That's hilarious, but that's what's coming through. This is like the way that we manifest and bring our intentions. We do the work, we keep it present in our mind, we do it. Then we have to rest. Okay. She's saying something about blowing it in the wind and then letting it go. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's what she's got. Holy cow. That girl busts me up. So funny. That's what I've got. But yeah, that's right. Take the time to rest. Go towards your dreams, manifest your dreams, be intentional, do the work, but don't be lost forever in the work. She usually says play. She usually says go play. Today she's saying do the work, then rest. And be intentional. Okay. Be intentional. That's what I've got. Holy cow. My chair could be the wrong. No, I'm not going to get up and demonstrate her stomping around. You guys have imaginations you can use. My goodness. Wow. That's what's going on. Okay. Is Lola in the house yet? I don't see her, so we might put that on the Wednesday list, and she can just be first up on the Wednesday list. So I think that is good. Yeah, nice try, Kim. Nice try. So that's what's going on. And other than that, nothing major. I will post today's show on YouTube in a minute. But that's what we've got going on. And I guess I'm going to get my ass out of my house today and go do a few things because that's important to do, apparently. So that's what we get to do. Anything else, anyone? Any other quick questions? If you've got quick questions or want to chat about any of the cards or any of the tarots. Oh, I know what I can show you. So I got a couple of new decks that are a little bit different. And they're a little bit different for me. Nell is very light energy. But I got the Barbary Tarot, which looks like kind of like this. And I also got the Tarot Draconis, which looks like this. Very, very 90s. This one's a David Corsi inspired one. He did the Pictorial Key. He also did the Ghost Tarot, which I love to do past lives on. And he also did one more. Oh, Tarot of the Elves. So it's got kind of that 80s, maybe 90s kind of a vibe in the art, but really beautiful art. So I'll show you a few of those, and then I will get going. Where did I put that one? Maybe. Here's this one. This, I think, is the Barbary Tarot. And in here, it asserts that how tarot can be a mirror for us and help us. Now, you've got to like this certain kind of art. It's very, very, makes me think of elf and fantasy and that kind of art a little bit. Now, this one is not David Corsi, I don't think. I think this is the Barbary. Of course, I had to Sharpie on some Sharpie clothes, and I trimmed them down a little bit, but it's a little bit different. And then let me see if I can, find the other one and give you just a taste and a flavor of that one. If I can find where I put it. And I inked it red, and then I put it somewhere. Oh, I put it by my other dragon decks. Hang on. I know where exactly it is. There it is. That's this one. So the backs are beautiful. And then this one has dragons, and it's as if we were in the time of dragons, a historical, mythical time of dragons. And how dragons are meant to teach us, sometimes are like obstacles and could inspire us. This is interesting too. This is a chariot with 2 riders. Now, I've never seen that before. That was gorgeous to see. So we might be doing a little bit more of the dragony type readings, and these ones are a little bit darker than my usual, and they're a little bit old school, but it's like, okay, we'll see what's going on with this. Okay. Lola, oh, you're back. Okay. Are you ready for your full? Because I can do your reading if you want. I was about to get off, but if you want to do it, we will do it. Yeah, they are fiery, Edie. They're very fiery. So Lola, what was your question? And we will get to it. And if ever anyone misses their reading, or if you come back, you like, say you have to go make a sandwich or answer the door or whatever, then we'll put it on the next day's show. And that's just really an easy way to do it. So Lola, will you put your question in the chat, and we will do one more before we close the show. No problem. That's okay. We had an interesting conversation with Nell anyway. So Lola, if you post your question, then we're gonna do a full read. Yay! Let me get some water. 1 second. Okay. So everything is shifting and you're just wondering what you need to do or focus on. Okay. Thank you, Lola. Wow, I'm surprised we're here. We are in the Bonefire Tarot. We're going to start here. Then we're going to go into Ciro's Mystic Palette. So let's see what we got. Are you ready? What do you need to do or focus on? I'm getting you are not the firemen meant to put out all the fires everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. You need to come away from the smoke and start to breathe. You need to slow it down. It's like you've been going around trying to put out too many fires and you are not the fireman. You need to slow it down. What we got is the Knight of Coins. You are prepared. You're ready to go to the ends of the earth for whoever needs help. But you're foolish to do that. The Fool comes up ready to go, ready to go, ready to go. You've got to slow it down just a little. The Ten of Coins is saying, what is the legacy? What is important? What do you want to focus on? This is what you need to bring forward. This is what you need to carry. How you leave your mark. How you leave your legacy. What is it that you want to have breakthrough about? The Fool can't dash here, there, and everywhere and then run off the cliff's edge. The Fool needs to know that he's ready to take the leap of faith. Not just a rando leap. Not just leaping here, leaping there. There's a very scattered, putting the fires out, fires out, fires out. And it's causing you to overwork yourself and not breathe. Temperance is coming in the house big, big, big. Temperance is asking you to create this balance a little more. To pour out some of what is the emotional draw. Yes, yes, yes. Getting the image of a big bee stinger sting. Like the stinger is stuck in the skin. You need to draw it out. You know how they would slap mud on it or something to cool it down and then draw the stinger out? It's poison to you to go this fast. It makes it so you can't breathe. You work too hard. It's like the stinger to you. It aggravates you to have to do so much. It will cause resentment. It causes a bitter, literally a bitter taste in your mouth sometimes. It's like, shit. When you get that energy, it feels like it's not metallic, but it's a bitter taste in your mouth is what's coming through. This shit. Don't want to do that. That's what I'm getting. And the Chariot in reverse. This one is feeling reversed. Instead of, sometimes people read this as instant momentum, but there needs to be a focus before you move forward. You don't just get in your car and drive all the time. No, there needs to be a focus. There is something that needs balance before you can get in the car to move forward. Now let's see what else is going on here. I wanted to get Marchetti's out, and this is Marchetti's Mystic Palette. This is a beautiful one. My goodness, it's beautiful. All right, we're going to see what's going on here. Hopefully you can see these. I'll scooch these up here so you guys can see them better. Marchetti's Mystic Palette. The focus needs to come in again. Like if you've got the flat tire, you just don't drive 50 miles. You might drive to the next exit and get off the freeway. But you get that fixed and attended to and handled. You don't just drive until the next tire goes flat or you fuck up your car. No. You, my dear, are the exception to the rule. You missed Nell's message for a reason, and you missed Lucy's message earlier on this about everybody needing to get out for you. I would say it is not the day for you to get out and run circles around the world. Quite the opposite. Slow it down for you. For you specifically. Slow it the fuck down. Allow yourself to have this time where you breathe again. Allow yourself to do, whether it's gardening or knitting or whatever it is, that is where you don't have to solve anything. You don't have to troubleshoot anything. You don't have to focus on anything. You need your mind to have the space. You need your mind to have the space between the notes in order to honor the music that is within your soul. Music, when we have a note, and if it's just note, it's la 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 la, there is no beauty in that. It's just continuous jackhammering at your soul. It doesn't serve you. But when you have the note and it has space and it's la, and then a space and then la, you have la, 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 la. You're making your own music. Whether you sound like a broken calliope or whatever, it doesn't matter. You need to let the space be there to be between the notes. Yes, yes. Not a cacophony of music, the space between the notes. Yeah, Chad, you are exactly. Chad is telling you exactly 1000% truth. Make the day 100% about you. Then you can focus again because you will have honored yourself. All right. What does Marchetti have for this, for you? We've got that message. Now what's coming up? What are you preparing for? Yes, you are preparing. These need to go to the side for a minute. Give me a second. There's a preparation. Wow. You are preparing for the new start of the Fool. Now, I'm going to show you these. These are Marchetti's cards, but what we're getting right here in the place of you now, this is the devil telling you you need to be stuck, you need to put out all the fires, you need to be busy, 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 doing everything for everyone, stuck, and keep those limitations on your mind. Don't you dare break free of something. Don't you dare break free. And the desire to break free and the restless doing keeps the mind preoccupied in a way that doesn't serve. It's a lie you tell yourself if you're busier, if you do more, you're worthier. That's not true. That's just flat not true. Flat not true. So what we're getting here, we've got the devil here. We've got judgment here. The higher self in the you now. This is the energy you're letting go of, this devil energy. And this is the you now, rising up. The higher self calling you up. The resurrected self, the higher self, when you and your higher self are getting in alignment. Ten of Swords is asking you to move on. Don't reflect too strongly on the past or the pain of the past or all the things you couldn't, shouldn't, might have wanted, didn't do. Completely on that. That's in the conscious thoughts too much. In the subconscious, what you've been sitting in is this desire, perfection, this desire for the perfect match, the perfect meeting, the perfect encounter, the perfect business, the equal match, the equal opportunity. You've sat in it long enough. Now don't quit making it look like something in your head. You've put that intention out there, the desire for that out there long enough. Don't look back. Just let it be. Just let it be. Let it come to you on its own terms. Let the curveballs come. This is very much, bring it on. Bring on the rain. Bring it all on. Go ahead, bring it on, mighty smiter. That one. Yeah. You are ready for this. Your higher self and the tower is ready for something. And there is like a curveball. You cannot anticipate every little thing. You can't busy yourself into worthiness. The worthiness is because you are. It is here because you are. You are the vessel of the sacred, of the divine. Honor this within yourself. Allow this within yourself. Allow yourself to have your hopes and dreams, but don't dictate every little detail of that. Hope and dream and understand the experience of what it is you want to create. More peace, more joy, a sense of calm, a sense of contentedness, a sense of really, really residing in the house of the heart, in contented joy. The Knight of Pentacles in the recent past, coming forward slowly, prepared and ready to be on the quest, on the mission, as the Queen's emissary. The Queen in the hopes and fears, and this is coming through as if it's coming towards you. Now here, again, so interesting. We have the Five of Wands, and this is the busy trap. This is a trap you will battle with probably your whole life, but you know it. You know the flawedness of the busy trap. This is scattered thinking, and this is also competition. This is going to come back again and again at various intervals in your life, and this is where your worthiness gets challenged, and you want to do more to almost prove that you have the right to be in the place that you are in. You are worthy. You are enough. You have the right to be in the place that you are in because you are here. Fool comes in. Magical Marlin type of energy with the Fool right here. Love this version of this. This is the Fool. Spirit is with you, ready to go. You see this Fool holding a card with the Fool. You see the dog. You see the pack that is in your kit that's already here. It's already here, so brilliantly here. You are ready to take the leap when you slow it down. You will know the leap into the direction that you need to go. Anything else? Gabby's fine. Okay. I want to know a little bit more for Lola here. Okay. I don't need these. I'm getting Karen Carpenter, bless the beasts and the children, because in this world they have no choice, they have no voice. We are also the beasts and the children. We don't have to voice every little thing that we want or need. We don't have to beg. We don't have to think that we've been forgotten when we have not. That's the trap. That's the trap. So we try to do. And we become like the dog that runs, pants, and you're like, down. It's okay. We got this. The dog with the fool is spirit. It's the spirit connection that's trying to remind you of things. That's all it is reminding. It doesn't need to hound you. It needs to remind you. This is what's going on. You are already so blessed beyond what you would even realize. And anybody can tell you, go to your gratitude journal, blah, 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 blah. That's not always easy. Sometimes when we've had particularly a rough day or when we're just flat exhausted from doing, it's tricky to find the gratitude. So look for the unusually beautiful is what I'm asked to tell you. Look for the unusually beautiful. Like my one friend said that, thank goodness for the lazy bastard that put the peanut butter and jam in the same jar. That's not beauty, but it's like an unusual gratitude. Look for the unusual beauty also. Like, gee, I don't need to buy that thing, but I'm sure glad somebody invented it. Somebody was thinking that day. That's a great idea. The unusually beautiful is a good way to sidestep and get into gratitude in a fun way. So look for the creative inventions and inventors that honor what their gifts are, because you'll know that little flash of brilliance. And it allows you to come to a different space that allows more manifesting to happen for you and for you to believe, to take the leap of faith in the direction that is your choice and your choosing. The focus for you is to slow down for this day, only today, this day, and be 100% present with yourself. That's a big ask. It's a tricky thing to be present fully. I mean, to just meditate for 10 minutes gives us a huge reward. But be doing about yourself. Be taking care of yourself more than any other thing today. That way you can focus on what it is that your heart truly wants, not how to answer the call and the demands of everybody else and their dog. That's what I've got. That's complete. Wow. That's gorgeous for you. That's what I've got, honey. Wow. I hope that makes sense to you. And this is Sarah Marchetti's Mystic Palette. And these cards are huge. And of course I had to edge them in orange. Of course I did. Right? Okay. Let me get some water and then we'll see what Gabby has. Yeah. Chad says, get yourself a mani-pedi. I say stay home. Don't go even out that much if you don't need to. For the rest of the world, we're supposed to be going. For you got to take care of yourself in whatever is the best way. If that means you make yourself a grilled cheese sandwich, if that means you call your boyfriend Jimmy John and say, hey, I need a sandwich, Jimmy. Bring me that turkey sandwich. Then you do whatever it is that makes it work for you. Okay. Gabby for a mini on your upcoming future life and love. Okay. Definitely can be done. Let's see where we're at. Just one second. Wow. Okay, Gabby, you may not like me after this. I don't know. We've got the brutal brats coming forward. This is the beautiful creatures, and I call them the brutal brats. They're really a strong-minded kind of deck. So let's see what's going on for Gabby. Future and love, perhaps. I'm going to go and I'm going to put this in the span of the next 2 months. That's what feels appropriate here. So this is what we're seeing. And I'll be on Wednesday, guys. I'll be on Wednesday. Span for now and the next 2 months. These can go here for now. Okay. What we're seeing is the King of Wands and the Six of Wands. The desire to be led does not serve you very well. Instead, you need to be the leader of yourself. That's where the victory lies for you. It is like you would like somebody to come in on the white horse and you already have the white horse. You're already like mounted up, ready to go, but you're still waiting, holding on to this expectation instead of saying, yeah, horse, let's go. This is the time where you say, yeah, horse, let's go, and you get the victory. That's big for you, super big for you. Super, super big. So this is what you need to focus on. Here, King of Wands, leads. Six of Wands, victory. You be that leader. King of Cups, empathy. Now, King of Cups is compassionate. He sees where to exercise compassion and where to give. It's been in the ether a lot today. It'll probably be here for a while. This energy of lifting others and giving to others. All of this. This is what leads us into our future. Sometimes the very things that we think have nothing to do with love or romance or anything lead us right into it. Sometimes the things that we're doing that preoccupy our time, the way we serve others, whether it's, giving out, my sister gives out water bottles in Arizona to people on my mom's birthday. She'll go out and she'll take water because it's so damn hot there on my mom's birthday. So she'll do that and she'll honor my mom in that way, and she'll do something that shares that way. Whatever we do that shares, whatever we do that shows empathy and compassion and understanding of others, that we're doing without the thought of getting the selfish reward of love and romance and all that cushy, juicy, wonderful stuff. When we're lost in giving to others, there is something dynamic and magnetic about this, because we are serving, and it's not that you have to serve till you're drained dry, but we are serving from a true space of empathy, from understanding. That is something that is, for you, the work to do. Doesn't mean everybody's going to go to the soup kitchen or help the homeless with this, that, the other. But when you are in this space that is more charitable towards your fellow man, and you're thinking more of that, you are more expansive. You are drawing in more, and you are sending out a bigger pulse. A different energetic signature comes off of you in a big way when you do this. Specifically you. Your energetic signature, when you're just thinking in the shallows is the word that I'm giving. When you're thinking in the shallows, love and romance, what's happening for my future, and it's about what's going to happen to me. And it's not that you're a selfish person. You would just like to know some answers. But when you're thinking about that versus what's going on over here, how can I help over there, what do I want to do that brings joy to others, your signature is radically different, radically bigger when you are in service of your fellow man. Do not overgive to the point of exhaustion, but don't hold yourself back from doing those kinds of things that free up your spirit some. Page of Pentacles. This is showing reliability, but this is also when you go be the main character in your life. Being the main character takes work. It means you got the horse, right? You're not waiting for somebody else to lead. You're going to go be Batman yourself. That's what's going on here. You're offering, right? You're offering your talent and your skills. The challenge to you is the Hermit card. The challenge to you is introspection. You need more of this active principle than introspection. Then you have more to look within about later. Don't get caught in introspection to the degree that the Nine of Swords kicks in and you're just in your own head for way too long. You don't need brain soup right now, okay? This is something that you need to take action to do. The Hermit sometimes quests alone and in solitude. And in your heart of hearts, you might know what you want to secretly accomplish or what you'd like to see coming forward and towards you, but you're going to have to take action. It's not going to come knock, knock, knock on your door. No, you need to go be in the world. Go do in the world. You need to ride the hero horse for self. We've got regret and clarity. I would also share with you the notion that playing the sad songs for you, you've played them enough. It's not that you're playing martyr, it's not that you're playing victim, but sometimes the sad songs can be healing. It's time to change the record, change the playlist, change the music that helps you get your vibe in the right space. You need a new playlist musically to help you move out of the space of regret and help shift. This is the Five of Cups that focuses too much on the Three of Cups that have been spilled. The 2 cups of water are behind him. The 3 cups of wine have been spilled. If you focus on what is lost, what is causing you grief or grieving, and you stay focused on that, you can't shift. The time has come for you to shift. The clarity is coming with the sun right here, right here. Much happiness. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is a lighter spirit, a lighter energy, more truth singing forward from you. This is big. This is big. The Hermit is here, and in here I got this notion of a flower patch or flower blossom. So if this means you go to, I don't know, the local plant nursery and get some new flowers to pot or to plant or whatever it is, or maybe you go to the grocery store, grab yourself a bouquet and put it in water at your space. Whatever it is, this is what I got as the images coming through, and it's how I laid the cards. This is the mini of the Hermit. It's something that this is you're going toward. Don't worry about what you're walking away from. Don't be in the land of longing. Don't be in the land of yearning. Be in the land of doing right now. Doing for yourself and doing for others in such a joyful way. This is what carries you forward. The Three of Swords. It feels like you got stung in the past, and that if you stay in this, you could stay there a long time waiting for Prince Charming to come knocking on your door. He's not fucking coming knocking on your door. He's not going to be, hey, are you home? What's going on? It's like waiting for the phone to ring instead of hosting the party yourself. This is the energy where you need to be proactive for yourself. This needs to go. This needs to fade. The Fool wants to move forward. The Four of Swords takes care of self. The Eight of Cups goes and gets what needs to be handled. This literally says quest. This says repose, retreat. You are learning the balance of when to come back in, return to self, and when to quest. This is what you are learning. You've been too much in this space of introspection, of retreat, of repose, of rest. Now it is time. It's like if you were a flower, you'd be poking your head through the dirt 2 weeks ago. The Fool is saying, go forward, go forward, go forward. And the Sun is all on it. If you want the growth, if you want the expansion, if you want the big happy, it is time for you to go out and get in the sun. It is time for you to go out and lead and ride for victory. Take every victorious, happy thing you can. You need a whole, get your happy groove on. You can start it with the song Brave or with Happy or with whatever. I don't care if it's a Disney playlist. Whatever it is that is your happy list, if this is something you need to do, just kind of reshift and charge your day up to amplify that vibe, to help keep you in that vibe. This is something important for you. You've had enough of this repose, and it's time to move forward. The Fool wants to go for more, 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 more. Anything else? She asked specifically about future and love. It doesn't feel to me that if you go looking for love, looking for love, looking for love within the next 2 months that you're going to walk right into it. Rather, look for joy, love of self, love of self. Then it just sneaks up on you. We're getting the Knight of Coins, the Magician, and the Ace of Swords. This is saying servitude, inner skills, and intellect. Whatever it is that you can offer in service. And this Knight of Pentacles is usually the one that is on the quest for the Queen's emissary, sometimes the mercenary. So if your higher self is the Queen, and you are now questing because of and on behalf of your higher self, that's when the magic comes in. That's when the little hauntings of the past are let go of and the future comes in anyway. You write the new chapter of your story, and the intellect knows because you're reframing. Anything else? Wow, these guys are good. This one, I swear I need a second deck of this. I really do. I really, really do. The Moon. Oh my goodness. Part of this is about facing the fears. Part of this is about a little bit of envy and seeing what people have, wanting what people have, and it's not there for you yet. The Moon is going to trap you up on that. So be careful on that one. You have the Sun over here. Be cautious. Don't let the fear of never having what everybody else has going to be a problem. No, no, no. It's not going to be a problem for you. You're going to face the fear. You're going to go out there as the hero rather than the sidekick. And go out there as unique and perfectly you as you can. This is what is meant to be going forward in the world. This is what, when we offer up our authentic self to the best of our ability, or sometimes to the worst, or sometimes great day or shitty day, it doesn't matter. The rawness and the realness of ourself is what draws raw and real from others to us. And it's what pulls in what is the juicy sweet stuff for you. This is good for you. That's what I've got. Yeah, you are in your own time. Let go of the blue. Open up the heart once again. Go to have this, and I'm telling you, whatever it is that the music you're listening to, it needs to be fucking changed. It needs to be changed to happier music. I don't care if you listen to disco. I don't care if you listen to, Metallica. If that's your jam, that's your jam. If you listen to Van Halen, whatever it is. But put your happy tunes on there, because this is what's going to lead you into joy. That's what's coming forward. And this being out and in the pursuit of the joy. This is huge for you. You will get lost in this, and this is what you need to be in that vibe in order to draw love towards you more. And this is what's happening. The next 2 months, this is your homework assignment. Don't expect that in the next 2 months, on day 60, Prince Charming is going to be knocking on your door. You might have encountered him long before then, but you won't encounter him if you're always expecting somebody to bring towards you. You bring towards others, and this is where the magic is for you. That's what I've got. That's complete. Emily, how many are on my list? Kim will take my checkbook. Says Phil will take my checkbook away. Actually, I did order a few more decks yesterday. We'll see how they come. But I got a couple more. I'm probably around 600 right now. So that's what I'm probably around for my decks right now. And the list is closed for today, but I will be back on Wednesday. You will change your music, definitely, and the music vibes. But thank you so much. Yeah, let the sad music go because it's going to keep you in a little bit of lower range. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's what's going on. So, the list, so now I'm up to 610. I'm probably up to 600 now. I think I was at like 590 something. And I only got 2 more the other day, and I've ordered some. So, I will have to do a count at some point. Yes, at some point I'll have to do the count. But I think Wednesday I'll be back at 11. So that's when you can get on the list. If you want to prepay, you can prepay. Info's in the bio. But I'll be here at 11 on Wednesday. And I usually start the show with a free micro or so. But today it just went boom, boom, boom. So yeah, that's what's going on. Where is the Gog skull? There's one right there that is a skull. And then the Gog skull is right there. I'll get it so you can see. This is the Gog skull that I love so much. So, yeah. So that's where you think I didn't know where Gogs was. No, he's been a little bit quiet and rumbly lately, but Mo was kind of mouthy the other day. That was great. So, okay. But that's what I've got. I think I'm going to close the show for now. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me and for letting me do this with you. It is so much fun and I love it. And I will be posting more content on YouTube. I'll upload today's stuff. And then maybe if I get lost in some decks or deck reviews, maybe I'll do that. We'll see what's going on. But we'll see what's what. Anyway, that's what we've got for today. Mwah! Big hugs and love to you all. Have a happy, happy day. And I will see you Wednesday at 11. Take care, guys. Bye.